Hey everybody. So it's October 11th, 2017. It's Wednesday today. Today is my day that I go to the hospital and I volunteer. Let's see, I haven't really vlogged in a while, just because life has been so busy, crazy for me. But it's all good. I'm here coping with some thoughts and emotions as per usual. Today's predicament / dilemma is, so I'm supposed to go volunteer today, but I got a semi-negative email from the Doula coordinator. Let me get my seatbelt on really fast. Oh, shoot, okay. Saying that, maybe this whole, being in the room with people and helping moms out, just isn't the right fit for you. And you should look into either a different aspect of the program or just not be in the program at all. And that came as a big shock to me, not only because it was just not a great day to hear bad news, but also because I don't think that it's true. I just think that I am not in the right headspace most of the time. And so, just simply because my plate has been so full that when I go to the hospital, the vibe is just not the same as it used to be. I used to go to the hospital and just kill it. I didn't even know that I was killing it, and I didn't know I was doing a good job. I just was. And just over the last 2 years, I've been getting more and more comments saying, you just need to take charge, you just need to take initiative, you need to talk more, you need to do this, you need to do that. And part of me is thinking yeah, you're right, oh my gosh, why don't I, just step it up a little bit, you guys are just trying to help me. And so I'm trying to be positive and just, think of it that way. And then the other part of me is thinking I don't want to do that, guys, just let me do my thing. I'm not even a nurse, or I'm not trying to bring you guys down as a hospital, but I'm also just I'm not into that. I'm not a nurse, therefore I don't actually have to communicate with anybody. It's just it's kind of bothering me that on one hand I feel like I'm included and I can, and I can work with the nurses and all of that, but at the same time it just starts to feel like they're asking too much of me, actually. And I feel that way just by gut instinct. I just feel what do you guys expect of me? I'm 23, I'm getting my shit together, I'm going to school, I'm doing all this stuff, and and then I come in once a week. Now it's only once a week to a shift, a 4-hour shift. I hardly ever work with people nowadays because whenever I'm there, it's just not always that busy. I know that when I would come in when I was available and they would need somebody, that's usually when I had more successes. I kind of feel like my director just doesn't see that. She, when you come in for a shift, it's what do you do when it's not busy? Because most of the time when I'm coming in, it's really not that busy, so I just do what I feel is necessary to do. And so the last week that I was here, there was someone that was in labor, and the only downside is she spoke all Spanish, and I don't speak very much Spanish at all. So my doula director, coordinator directed me to be just as lively as she was, basically. And I was just really? First of all, you're the lively one. Second of all, that's not how I roll. My energy will diminish as fast as possible. I will get so tired after 5 minutes of being so alright, let's do this. And if it's if I have to be here long run, and this mom has to be here like for the long run of her delivery, I can't be high energy the whole time, and I sincerely feel like she doesn't understand that, or at least she just didn't see it that way. But it's like, if I'm gonna be in the room with someone, I'm not gonna be talking the whole time. So I feel like she just threw me under the bus. She just expected me to be a certain way, and then saw that I wasn't being the way that she expected, and then complained about it in an email, basically. That's how I took it. So I'm not only super angry about that, I kind of want an apology now, and I kind of want a discussion, a real discussion about it, like the way that I'm speaking right now about it, but Lord knows that's not going to happen. One, because my voice carries when I actually talk this loud, and two, I don't want to come off as a jerk, and three, I don't want to, like, get permanently, like, thrown out of the program. And yet they tell me, like, talk more, be yourself, blah, blah, blah. This is me being myself. I can't be myself in a thing like this, because I'll get thrown out. So it's just like, nobody gets it. Seriously, nobody gets it. And I'm like so angry about that, because now I have to go in and just like kiss everybody's ass, because that's all people ever hear, and that's all people ever complain about, and that's all people ever talk about. And yet for some reason I see it happening. Other people can stand up for themselves. They don't do it the same way I do it. They just think that I'm like super angry or something. I don't know. But I'm just super angry about it, like, clearly. And I gotta be there in 20 minutes. So let's roll. So part of me is just like, I shouldn't even go then. I should just like tell him, all right, cool, just take me off the list then. I will just go do my own thing. I've got other stuff I gotta worry about. I'm a hospital-based doula right now. I'm in a volunteer program that didn't have that many rules at first, and now I'm in like this Nazi program where it's like, if you're not perfect and on point 24/7 while you're on the clock, you're in big trouble, and you're gonna get looked down upon and like get called not good enough. Like, I'm so frustrated. They want me to work with these nurses that only talk to themselves, talk amongst themselves, and have this like mentality that I don't understand whatsoever, because I'm not a nurse, and I'm supposed to communicate with them. I'm supposed to like do all this stuff to make the program more cohesive and rounded out circle and all that kind of stuff. And yet that's not what doulas do. I mean, I guess that's what hospital-based doulas do, but like, I just came here for the experience, and now it's like they're becoming freaking Nazis about it. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, did the like rules change? Did a bunch of stuff get updated? Are people just simply angry or something like that? I don't get it. I really don't. It's like, everybody, can we all just take a chill pill? It's just a hospital. It's like, I know it's your monthly income, it's your monthly salary, and without it, you gotta go do something else that supposedly helps people. But anyways, I'm kind of like on a long tangent now. So, that's been on my mind. That's kind of like what I'm like super boiled about, like just super angry about. And it's just like so much. I don't usually complain about things like this, but it's like, it reminds me of like my mom's early journey. Why was I thinking of generosity? My mom's early generosity. My mom's journey when she started to be a teacher at the private school that she teaches at. She's caused a huge commotion amongst that school, and not even in a negative way. Maybe people have taken it negatively, but she's, has just created space for herself, really. And I guess it's just kind of something that I have to do. Like, I just have to take up more space within that hospital. The only reason why I don't do that is because it's not my place. And I've been told that. It's not my place to act like I own this place. It's not my place to be bigger than my position. I'm a volunteer doula. I am very minuscule on the rankings, and yet these people treat me like I'm their boss or something. Like, I'm not serious about that. They don't treat me like I'm their boss. They treat me like, I don't know how to explain it. They're not treating me poorly, but they're not like, they have all these thoughts and opinions and things about me behind my back, and then when I see them face to face, no one says anything. They're all just doing their own thing. I seriously do not understand this hospital. I really don't understand how these people communicate. They communicate with each other and have such a great time, and then they like talk all nice to me and whatnot, and then like they're just like, oh, she doesn't like have enough initiative, and she doesn't do this enough, and blah, blah, blah. You should go tell her, but don't like tell her who said that. So I've got like my friend who works at the front desk always telling me like, oh yeah, a nurse told me you should do this, and a nurse told me you should be like that, and you know, just don't worry about it, just, you know, be more assertive. And I'm just like, why doesn't the nurse tell me that? And I know I've gotten evaluations of saying that, and so like the coordinator has told me like, yeah, just work on these things, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I don't think you should be a part of this program. Like, you made me feel awkward the other day, and I just don't think you're the right fit for you anymore. And I'm just like, what the heck? Where did that come from? So we had one awkward shift. Like, really? You're gonna like tell me that I'm not a good fit for the whole program? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. So like, oh my gosh. I thought I was seeing just a little crunchy leaf just turning in circles. I don't think that was a leaf. I think that was like a little tiny mouse just running in circles. I think that was a little tiny mouse, and it was just like running around in circles, and I almost ran over it. That was really weird. Why is there a mouse in the street running around in circles? It's a little brown mouse. I must be tripping, because that that had to have been a leaf. Anyways. Like such weird stuff on camera. Like there was that one time where I ran over a ladder. I was on the freeway and I was like trying to get over to the other lane, and I was recording too, and it was just too late. Like I just saw it and I was already going into the other lane, and I ran over a ladder that was like laying down, and you know how like that has like the steps in it. I ran over all the steps, and I could have like gotten a car accident. I could have dragged it with me. I could have done so many things, and I simply ran over it. And I have low profile car and tires. I don't know how I didn't like pop a tire or anything. I don't know. It was just crazy. And then there was some other story that is not coming to mind right now, but that one sticks out the most right now. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. So generally, I'm a really happy person. As you can tell, I like to laugh, I like to remember things, I like to reminisce, giggle about dumb things, you know, that just don't matter. And that's just something I can't stand about this hospital, is that it's so serious. And like, I get that we're all baby friendly now, and like we should initiate breastfeeding now, but it's like, I think it kind of stems from the boss. I think everybody will notice that within their own jobs that depending on the boss or the manager or something, like if stress is put on to them, they'll put stress on everybody else. So I feel like I'm the one that's like receiving a lot of that stress right now, and I get that sometimes it's necessary, that we all need to experience a little bit of constructive stress, positive stress so that we can, you know, step up our game. But at the same time, I didn't do anything wrong, and yet some people are kind of like looking down on me, acting like as if I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing what I've always done. I have like this to-do list in my head. My sister doesn't realize that I cannot pick her up right now. She needs to walk her butt home. My sister just thinks that I'm like always available for her. She just thinks like, I don't want to be that sister that like never picks her up, that like doesn't, you know, support her or anything. But I seriously feel like I'm being used most of the time. So she goes to school, 15-minute walk away from the school. If she seriously cannot like walk herself home, I'm not in town. I'm like half an hour away from town. So if you really expect me to drive all the way to your school to drive you what you could have walked 15 minutes, like really? So I just feel like she's taking advantage, and that's probably why she was calling. She doesn't really call for any other reason than, I need something, can you help me, can you do this for me? I am glad that she can ask. She can just openly ask questions and like want things from people. But for me, it's like I'm in a completely different stage of my life to where I'm self-efficient. I've always been very self-efficient. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. I'm very self-efficient. I have a lot of self-efficacy. I don't ask anything of anybody else because nobody's going to do anything for me because I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to do it. I'm supposed to be the one that makes the path. So it really sucks that she, you know, has to be the youngest, and she, you know, may or may not feel supported because I'm not actually helping her out, and that one day I'll just be the sister that she never calls. I'll be the sister that she doesn't look up to, that, you know, doesn't do any of this because of all those years of never answering her phone calls and never ever being able to pick her up and blah blah blah, when, you know, it's not even my job in the first place. She has, you know, people in her life that could do these things for her, and I don't know, it's just like, I just don't understand her mentality. There's just some people I really don't understand, and that's like something that I've been learning, that I just do not understand people sometimes. There's some people that I really click with, and then there's people that I really don't click with, and I just don't understand them, and that like bothers me only because I thought I was able to understand people very clearly, but like I don't. So I am so glad that that policeman did not see me with the camera. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's against the law to do this. If it's bad to like be on your phone, I'm pretty sure this is kind of like along the lines of that too, but I'm a rule breaker. Always have been. Always have been. Anyways, so yeah, that's been my day in a nutshell. It's been my life in a nutshell. I'm going to make the best of this shift. I'm gonna be positive and happy and, you know, be as doula-y as I can be, because they don't actually care about me. That's something I've also learned, is that I'm here to be a doula. I'm not here to make friends and like all that extra crap. Like, I'm here to help women through labor. Just give me, like, why do people have to make things so complicated? I don't understand it. Just give me a person to help with. I know how to help, and leave me alone. Like, stop expecting so much of me. Like, I know the expectations of you have to be there two shifts of 4-hour lengths. I know that. There's also a few other things that I know that I need to expect. What is this guy doing? Anyways, other than that, why are you bothering me? Like, I don't understand. And I feel like that's super rude to ask, but I'm starting to get to that point where it's like, I really don't understand why you're mad at me right now. And I should probably make that clear. I don't want to be mean to my coordinator. I really, really, really don't. I think she's the nicest person ever, and she's so happy and so sunny and like motivated to do things in life, and she's working this really great doula program, and I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm just really confused as to like, what the heck? Like, I thought I was like one of your favorites, and I thought that I was doing a really good job, and like, so cut me some slack if I don't do something right on the ball. And I think she's just making it a really big deal. So thank you for letting me vent, like, for like the last, holy moly, 20 minutes. Oopsies. That was not on purpose. I will see you guys later. Oh yeah, and I'm over 400 hours, still at 32 deliveries, and I will hopefully go shadow a breastfeeding consultant or whatever, so that I can get more comfortable with helping moms learn how to breastfeed and initiate it and keep it going, and have breastfeeding go on for 6 months to a year or more, actually. So fingers crossed. I hope that goes well, and I will see you guys later.